your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, it's been an active afternoon and evening for some across central and northeast storms that have moved through. Still dealing with a little bit of rain. You can see showers here up to the north near Chatsworth to Ashcombe. We've got just a few light showers there. Little guy showing up near Tolono, but all of these showers are slowly drifting to the north and east and clearing, and a lot weaker than what we had earlier when it looked like this in Morrisonville and the portions of Christian County into Montgomery County as well with land spout tornadoes. This was earlier tonight. I've got additional video to share with you from these tornadoes. We'll talk about how things begin to really calm down in the forecast the next few days, though. Stick around. WCIA3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA3 News.
It's going to go from 0 to 100 overnight.
But some cities have restaurants and bars taking it slowly instead. Now they're easing them back into opening. Plus, dining rooms aren't the only things that are opening at restaurants. Their restrooms will be too. How owners are paying extra attention to them. And it's a happy ending to a missing person story where one woman was found after several days.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA3 News at 10.
In some ways, the city stepping up and making a decision makes life easier on us.
As restaurants and bars prepare to open outdoor seating tomorrow, the city of Champaign has put a limit on how late those places can stay open. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini. Champaign is requiring businesses to close by 10 p.m., while surrounding cities have chosen not to impose a rule for when places have to shut down. WCIA3's Jennifer Jensen has more.
Restaurants and bars in Illinois have been rushing to rearrange their seating.
It's been a scramble, there's no doubt. It's going to go from 0 to 100 overnight.
Bar owners are expecting a massive rush of customers on Friday.
We're anticipating getting crushed.
The governor's unexpected announcement to allow businesses to open outdoor seating amidst the coronavirus pandemic pushed them to make a lot of changes.
We've been working on getting tables set up.
Part of the guidelines for reopening outdoor seating includes 6 feet of separation between each of the tables. The city of Champaign is tacking on an extra rule. These businesses have to close by 10 p.m.
We are trying to maintain social distancing, so honestly, as hard as it is to not be fully operational, it makes sense to me to start slow and see how things are before we just open up the floodgates.
In several surrounding cities, there is no time restriction, so businesses there can stay open as late as normal. The city of Urbana hasn't placed a time cap on when restaurants and bars have to close, but some bars like this one are choosing to close early anyway.
Our plans for Bunny's Tavern is to abide by the 10 o'clock curfew that Champaign's created.
With so many constantly changing guidelines during the COVID-19 pandemic, Bunny's Tavern owner Ben Manns says they're trying to play it safe.
People have been waiting and dying in anticipation for bars to reopen, and if every place in Champaign closes at 10 and people want to still stay out, I could just see a flood of people coming from across town. That's not something we want to deal with right now.
Reporting, I'm Jennifer Jensen, WCIA3, your local news leader.
The city of Champaign released this statement regarding the time restriction. It says in part, quote, "We chose to proceed with a slow start to ensure the reopening can be done safely for customers and employees. We are going to see how it goes this weekend, and there will be a meeting next week where business owners can share their experiences, and we can determine the best path forward at that point." The Decatur Park District is helping some restaurants and bars when it comes to seating. It's loaning more than 200 picnic tables for customers. The Park District is asking for $75 to cover gas and labor, but isn't charging for the tables themselves, which is one less expense for small business owners to worry about. But they do have one other thing to keep in mind.
The difference for us, just one in, one out, but most of our bathrooms are set up that way anyway.
Have you thought about that as you get ready to head back to your favorite restaurant? If you haven't paid mind to the facilities, the owners and health departments have thought about it for you.
We have paper towels that you can pull down, just grab the bottom of the towel and pull off and they rip.
It's one of the ways Justin Taylor says diners can feel better about visiting J.T. Walker's restaurant and sports bar in Mahomet.
We also don't prefer to have the blowers.
As far as Harshal Mahajan is concerned, that's a smart move.
They're good at drying your hands, but they also also throw away particles on your hand and from your hand to other places on the bathroom floor.
That's in part because restrooms tend to be poorly ventilated.
It's not just the like the smells and gases, but it's also the infection that may be lingering in the air.
That's something on the mind of Jim Roberts with the Champaign-Urbana Public Health District.
Can't maintain that 6-foot distance, then wear a mask if you're in the restroom, and don't spend more than 10 to 15 minutes in the restroom.
But as far as the health department is concerned, restaurants reopening is about getting back to normal as much as possible.
It is not something that's exceptional. Like a lot of the requirements that you had mentioned about hands-free are not required like in the food code. So we're going to try to go back to pre-COVID times.
Taylor, the owner of JT Walker's, says you won't see much of a change at his restaurant. But you should know his staff will be making the rounds more frequently to clean high-touch surfaces.
Restaurants in general, especially Champaign County, we're always held to a pretty high standards as far as cleanliness and making sure we're staying on top of things. So, for me and many other restaurateurs I know, this is just added to what we already do on a day-by-day basis.
The health department says it's not putting a greater emphasis on checking restaurant and bar restrooms during routine checks, but it will be making sure employees are wearing masks, and there's a policy in place to monitor employees so they are not sick. The Illinois Sheriff's Association filed a lawsuit against the Department of Corrections. It claims the IDOC refused to accept transfers of convicts and parole violators from jails across the state. ISA says the governor's executive order suspended the transfer of county jail inmates into IDOC facilities. It also claims the state's corrections department never shared new intake procedures with the county sheriff's departments during the pandemic. ISA's executive director says they've tried to work with IDOC to come up with a plan to transfer them out of the county jails, but there's been no movement. He says the county jails lacked the ability to isolate people who may have had COVID-19, and this caused a financial cost for which local governments weren't prepared.
At the same time that the rest of the state is moving into phase 3 tomorrow. So the rest of the state is continuing to open up. We've been given absolutely no lifeline from the Department of Corrections for our folks to be able to move prisoners that are sent to the DOC back into those facilities or into those facilities. At the same time that, we're going to be facing more and more activity within our communities.
ISA's director also says there has been an increase in arrests during the pandemic, so they expect to be taking in more people. WCIA is waiting for a response from IDOC. Governor Pritzker is also named as a defendant in the lawsuit. His office has not responded to our request for comment. At least 3 churches filed lawsuits against the governor over religious discrimination. Now they're claiming victory. Governor Pritzker lifted all church mandates. Churches said they weren't allowed to have drive-in and small group gatherings. One of those was the Jesus House Restoration Ministries in Champaign. Public Health will now offer guidelines for how churches can proceed. Looking at state numbers now, there have been more than 1,500 more confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. That brings the state total to nearly 116,000. 104 more people have died since yesterday. A total of more than 5,100 people have died in total in Illinois. For more details about the cases in your county, you can download the WCIA3 News app. In other news, a missing woman from northern Illinois was found safe in Champaign County. It started Monday when sheriff's deputies were called to a vehicle in a field. It was off Olympian Drive and Lincoln Avenue. The doors of that car were locked and no one was inside. Investigators ran that car's license plate and found it was registered in Monee. Police there called the Champaign County Sheriff's Office today and said the vehicle was registered to a missing person. Sheriff's Office found a woman lying on the ground about a quarter of a mile away from where her car was found.
In a heavily wooded area back here, our canvassing, we happened to hear a little faint shouting, at which point we found the female in the wooded area here. She seems to be in as good of health as she can be after 3 days being stuck out here.
Investigators say she has dementia. She was taken to a hospital where she's being treated, but she's expected to be okay. We have new information tonight on the search for a man who disappeared in Sangamon County. Crews found a body in the Sangamon River this morning. Sangamon County Coroner's Office responded to a call in Wheeland Park. The rescue crews found the remains of a man along the shoreline a half-mile north of the park. Investigators say the physical description of the man matches that of a man fire and rescue crews have been looking for since Sunday morning. An autopsy has been scheduled for tomorrow. The suspect in a deadly shooting in Champaign was in court today. Keith Baker was charged with the murder of 25-year-old James Coleman. Baker turned in himself yesterday. Police say he shot and killed Coleman during an argument at a gathering last week. Champaign police are looking for the suspect in a shooting earlier this week. It happened at a home near Ridgewood and Dogwood Drives Tuesday night. A man was found in a yard with several gunshot wounds. Police have issued an arrest warrant for 31-year-old Corian Duncan. He's wanted for attempted murder and aggravated battery with a firearm. U of I students could have a new requirement if they're coming to campus this fall, what they might have to do. Plus, medical complications forced one man in and out of the hospital for nearly 40 days. Now, his family needs help making sure he's comfortable when he returns home. And most Illini athletes headed home because of coronavirus concerns, but not one football player. Why he decided to stay in Champaign.